Are we filming? Are we streaming? Is this when I take off my clothes? Welcome back to TalkShop Tuesday. It is a beautiful sunny day here in New York, and this week we are talking about discipline.
You lack discipline.
Actually, John Leapak, who I grew up with, mentioned that I should talk about discipline because he's always struggled with that, and a lot of people we grew up with always struggled with discipline, and it's like such a basic thing. Like you think, oh, I have discipline, I need discipline, but it's like it goes so deep. Discipline runs so deep. I have a few points to touch on when going through it. The first one is sacrifice. Sacrificing is such a big factor in this life. I do it subconsciously. I think I'm very lucky that I subconsciously sacrifice in order to get what I want and get things that I need to get done and do what I have to do. But it's such basic stuff like going to somebody's wedding, hanging out with your friends, going out and drinking, seeing your girlfriend more than you want to, or seeing your girlfriend as much as you want to, but too much where it affects what you want to get done or want to accomplish. Going on vacations, all this stuff is like the prime examples of where you need to be disciplined. Like you want to go hang out with your friends all night, which is great, it's totally normal. Sometimes you need it, but sometimes you gotta sacrifice that in order to get done that extra 4 hours of work that will help you push forward the next day. And when you add things up, it just keeps compounding. Like every step is another one forward. Every step forward gets you up that ladder to success. So if you take one step one night and you took another step 2 nights later and another one 2 nights later, you sacrifice 3 nights out, you're 3 steps ahead of the competition. That's number one. Number two, discipline goes for anything in life. It's not like it's just work and business. It goes for relationships. It goes for sports. Sports is a huge one, huge. It goes for physical health. Like if you want to run a marathon, you need to train for that marathon for a long time. You need to sacrifice everything that gets in the way of you accomplishing that marathon. Otherwise, you won't get through the marathon. It's so easy to say it, but actually doing it is the discipline it takes. I remember back in the day, in high school, I wanted to wrestle really bad. But I wanted to build my business and have what I have today. Instead of hanging out with friends, I woke up at 5 in the morning, went for a run, so I would have good stamina. I took off the last 2 periods of the day in high school, so I'd be able to get out and lift. So I'd lift right after high school, then I'd shoot out to wrestling practice. I'd shoot back to school to wrestling practice. After wrestling practice, I'd go to work. I already did 3 workouts in a day: running, working out, wrestling. Boom, now I'm at work for the rest of the day. Late at night, I'd usually meet up with my girlfriend at the time, spend an hour or 2 with her, talking, getting, catching up on the day, whatever. I'm really lucky that she accepted that back then. And then I'd wake up and do it all over again. And that's what I did for 2 years. It was so much to juggle, but that's what it takes. That's what it took to get to where I wanted to get. Then wrestling ended, right? And now I'm moving on to college. Before college, I wanted to write a book. I've always wanted to write a book. So I figured out who would be the best person to write a book with. I outlined the book, he helped me put it into words, and we spent 4 months, the summer rolling into college, 4 months, every day, 4 to 8 hours a day, writing a book. So I had the discipline to basically sacrifice my entire summer going into college. I didn't hang out with anybody, I didn't go to the beach, I didn't go on vacations, I didn't do anything other than write a damn book. And guess what? We wrote that book, published it, and now that's with me for life. And I still get credibility for that. I still get people reaching out. People are still reading it and buying it. And it feels great knowing that I wrote a book back when I was 18 years old because I was disciplined enough to do that back then. And if I want to do it again, I know what it takes. I'll get back into it. It's really not that hard. It doesn't take your life away from you. It just makes you sacrifice a certain amount of time, and you need to focus a certain amount of time and cut off a certain amount of people and really just have that, for that time period until you accomplish that goal. So discipline, although it's temporary in one subject, it keeps moving with you throughout life in different topics. Now to wrap it up, what does discipline actually mean when you look it up? It's like something along the lines of you're teaching somebody or yourself how to follow a set of rules, and in exchange for not following those rules, you have to be punished. I'm not saying go crazy, hurt yourself, do something stupid. What I'm getting at is pretend you're in my shoes. When I don't do something that I need to do, I have to sacrifice, like I keep talking about, something that I want to do in order to get it done. So if I don't do what I want to do, what I want to get done, I don't spend time with somebody I want to spend time with the next 3 days because I can't. So me personally, I tell myself I can, and I enact those rules, and I don't spend time with them because I have to get done what I want to get done, and that's my discipline punishing me for not getting what I wanted to get done. I want you to jot down, if you're watching this, if you've gotten this far, I want you to jot down a few goals you have, short term. Let's talk 2-week goals to get you further into what you want to get done. And I want you to write down every single day, just like outline your day, and if you didn't step forward, if you didn't get something done to get you to that next step in order to achieve that goal, you need to sacrifice something the next day and recognize what it is that you're planning out the next day. And I want you to sacrifice something that following day in order to get it done. And just feel it out, 2 weeks, see where it gets you. And if you did watch this far and you actually did it, I want you to loop back with me and let me know, because I want to know what the people listening to me are actually getting done through listening. And if that's the case, I have a gift for you, a little present. So loop in with me, DM me, let me know, and let's get this shit done. Peace.